electric sax girl incoming. I love how they're all dressed up. Look at it. What's good, my fellow peasants? How you doing? Top of the morning. It is 8:30 here in the UK, and I have just finished my morning routine, my morning habits. I'm recording a video for you guys because I've promised for a long time that I would do a behind the scenes, a day in the life of a peasant. What does he get up to? What kind of shenanigans goes on? Well, it's not going to be that crazy. And I just want to do this little intro to say that if you're not interested in that kind of stuff, this could be one of those videos where the YouTuber talks about himself, what he gets up to. Nothing really Final Fantasy related. So if you're not interested in that, you might want to skip over this video. But if you're still here, then I'm going to take this time to do a really personal video, cutting out any of the sort of the theatrics, any of the pez, or any of the extra pez. Like, I'm not going to be laying on any extra pez sauce. This is genuinely how I spend my mornings. Generally some of the things I think and feel. Yeah, I just hope that this, if anything, because I hope this doesn't come across as a preachy kind of, oh, these are the habits I do, and this is what I do, and what a great life, and if you're not doing it, then you're shit. It's not that at all. I just wanted to show something really personal, how I genuinely think if you guys actually genuinely see who is the Jake under the pears, like who is the me behind the channel, and hopefully it just gives you guys a better sense of who I am. Oh god, what have I done? Roll onto the video. Let's roll on to 5 in the morning. The time that I've only just been waking up to. That has changed everything. Morning, guys. Right, I thought I would take a day to show a day in the life of the peasant. Shit's already started breaking on me. 5 AM, journey. This is probably gonna be the strangest video you've ever seen me do. There's no way that I would have been surviving 5 in the morning starts without some sort of warm-up. And guys, trust me, this link that I'm going to leave to this video, this is just the best one I found. 10-15 minutes. Yogi Matt. I see him every morning, same video. Warming up knee joints. This is the Final Fantasy, guys. Shaking off dead morning energy. Ooh, I feel like I'm ready to go. I was in such a habit, I'm sure some of you are too, I know LG&Gs, of just waking up and just throwing on your clothes and getting out the door, or what I used to just wake up and just slump into the chair. Slump into that desk chair first thing. Be there till the first thing in the morning. I'm thinking I was going to make quality content on that kind of. Probably looks all very, very strange, but there it is, guys. That's what I do every morning. Really what's pulled me out of the pit of just awful habits. I'm sure you guys probably share them with me, like hitting the snooze button repeatedly, not going to bed till like God knows what o'clock in the morning, just kind of having brain fog, being lethargic, demotivated at times. These are all things that I've really struggled with. And yeah, my genuine hope is not to try to just show off or say, oh, look at these great habits, because if anyone can get even the slightest bit of benefit from it, from any of this, then that's really what my goal is, guys. That's my aim. After I've done that, by the way, apologies for how this is gonna probably look. My proper camera is just charging. I generally didn't plan to even make this video legitimately until about 10 minutes before I went to bed, which was 9:30 yesterday. Like, that is ludicrous for me. Honestly, it is. But sometimes you just need something drastic in your life, guys. And so this is what I'll do next. Ooh, the light's working again. I'll head upstairs. Ugly ass fucking window. Welcome to my home, guys. So it's not tidy at well. It's not the worst, but because I didn't plan to have this, I haven't let's see that in the way. I haven't tied the house. I haven't set up. But this is the room I'm most eager to show you. This is probably the room that changed everything for me. Somewhere that was just different. If you work from home, you probably get the vibe that even though you might love your house and you love your job, how easy the walls can just become prison. Same looking walls, and you just sometimes need a room that is just different, with a different aura, different energy. And this is the one that changed it for me. Come with me. The lighting is a bit low in here, but that's how I like it. Plants, guys. Plants. This is the game changer. But I find before I eat and after I've stretched, the best thing to do first thing in the morning, for me anyway, again, this is just what works for me. It's just what works for me, basically. Although I do love this, I want to show you guys this. This is freaking dope. So, and I love this image. Sometimes if I stare into this is the most peace-inducing thing ever, especially because, you know, you've got the trees on the side, offset by the trees here. Then you've got the water beneath, which, oh shit. Oh, there you go. A bit of the sound of running water, guys. Look out, pupils. Yeah, this is where I come just to, yeah, I meditate. I meditate here every morning. And I don't want to use the word meditate because that can seem very off-putting to some. For anyone who doesn't do it, because I was very much the same. If anyone suggested it, I'd be like, nah, because I had all these mental attachments with what that meant. Really, it's just taking 10 minutes or 20 minutes of quiet time just to check in with yourself. Actually have some piece of inner monologue and dialogue. You know, you've got to navigate this world with what's in here. But I find what's even bigger than what's on the conscious mind is what's in that unconscious mind. Like, it's an ocean, guys. It's an ocean of untapped potential and power, and that's the real driving force. Like, what's happening on that superficial, worrying about your day, worrying about your money, your relationship, yeah, all of that is the 10%. That's the iceberg, and it's so easy for us to get caught up in that. That's what I found. I really hope it doesn't sound preachy. This is just what I've personally found has been a game changer for me. So I will leave a link in the description. Even though I won't doing a guided one now, I do most of mine unguided now. But that's exceptionally hard if you're new to it, you know. Because meditation, it's just about clearing your mind. Honestly, there's nothing else to it. You just have to. If you want to focus on your breathing to make it easier, attach to that. But it's just about no mind. No mind. And I certainly found it impossible. So I've left some links in the comment section below. This is a great meditation I think I'll leave. They do 10-minute ones, just 10 minutes, and because it's guided, it really does help to keep you focused, and that's what eased me into meditation. But honestly, the sooner you can shift off from those, because they're kind of like motivational videos, right? They do a phenomenal job at helping you to clear your mind and get you energized and get you feeling positive. But the real trick is just switching your mind completely down for as long as you can, and then when it reboots, that's when you're going to be able to see. This was what allowed me to start seeing the pieces of the puzzles in my life. What was out of place, what was just such an easy fix just to fit. It was like a piece right there, just there it was. It was there the whole time. Just, how did I not see that before? And that is just like, there's so much I couldn't see with a cluttered mind. So there we go, guys. That's what I do first thing in the morning. Meditate for 10 minutes, clear the head, on to the next part of the schedule. And the life of the peasant. Hey, I get to walk past this every morning. This dust is bloody hell. That's disgusting. Man, I need to update my collection soon. I've not added anything to it for a while. So the next part's not very exciting. I'm kind of a little bit affronted to show you my kitchen. This is real messy. By the way, guys, get one of these. Get one of these. This is the 99.9% Epic water filter. That shit will take all of the fluoride out of your water. That even there is a game changer. Like, there's so many little things. Like, and it sounds overwhelming at first when you hear all these things. In fact, there's a book that once I put my food together, I'm going to go and read. 7 Habits of Highly Successful People or The Urban Monk. Those are 2 that I'm reading right now. Both books I almost threw in the trash because when I read them, they just spoke about all these routines and habits and things you should do, and it just made me feel sick to the stomach. I was like, I'm never going to be able to do all of those things. Like, that's too much. I can't live like that. But it's just because I tried to take it all in one go, and I think that's my biggest crux is whenever I see anything, I try to take everything on. I think you guys know that, especially with things like the Sydney Innovation Tournaments, all of the different projects and social media sites I've started. I take on too much. I have a habit of doing it, and that's when the House of Cards came collapsing down. It's when I'm so glad it did, and this channel that has allowed me to find all of these amazing habits. But it's about implementing them one by one. That's the point I'm making. One by one. Let's go and get me some Ready Brek. I fucking hated Ready Brek. I mean, I still don't even like it that much now, but stomach is zombie. Nothing going to set you up better for the day than oats. In fact, I'll even leave a link in the description to that as well. This whole video that persuaded me that oats were basically like the super shit snizzle, McDizzle that will do everything. It will make you younger, healthier, sexier. It almost did go to those kind of levels. I think it did. Like, it's gonna repair the telomeres in your DNA, and you're gonna live an extra 55 years. Shit, the baby guys, it is. And as that's doing, shit, we're going for everything today. I'll show you my setup, guys. Here we go. This is the space station. It's very messy right now, so I've set the cam up here. Got my new monitor, my BenQ baby. It's propped up with some crap at the moment. Love this. I'll be doing a lot of fun things with this. Really excited for that. But so the next thing I'll do, I'm not a supplements guy at all. Like, I'm sure some people have a supplement routine way more through the roof than me. I used to back in the day when I used to gym a lot, but honestly, you don't need much. Just get your omegas in. That's all I need. And just that. Then the only other one, and they're big buggers. You felt that go down, didn't you? The only other one I do is cyanide. When will death's release take me? No, this is magnesium. Magnesium. If you research magnesium, these drops I got are great, but I think you can get them in like pill form and other forms. I'm terrible at regurgitating this kind of info, but you know, I'm sure you're going to get articles for this kind of shit anywhere. But this one I genuinely felt helped, especially with these things right here: energy creation, pro-formation, muscle movements, nervous system regulation, also just electromagnetic firing in your mind. Like, it really helped boost mental and just physical clarity and performance for me. Now, even as it says here, magnesium helps fight depression, low moods, brain fog. No, I'm not going to say that was like I literally did that and it was like, whoa, that was the one and only. I think me gruel's done. Me slop. Please, sir, can I have some more? Shall we get a bit of that in there? Get a little bit of that in there. Preferably don't eat the whatever the fuck that is. Little bit of scoopy poopy peanut butter. Get that in there. Bit of that. Bit of that. So this is just how I do it up, guys. Mine. Just make it look better. Now it's got like a bit of honey, bit of cinnamon, bit of peanut butter, mix it all in. So this is what I ate every day, and I was that guy who just skipped breakfast every day for 4 or 5 years, probably longer. Now I've been doing it since school days. Like breakfast and me, we just did not get along. But again, you get it in there, just force it down. Force it down, Brown. What it really did for me is it shifted my binging. Shifted my binging completely. You know, I would usually not eat until about 1, 2, then I start binging then I'd stop because I'd been so much then when sort of about midnight, 1 o'clock after the stream come round, I'll start binging again, which I bet you can guess. Eating that much straight before bed was not helping my sleep. Wasn't helping my sleep. I was the worst, guys, really freaking was. This is done, what are we on? Berries. We have to stay with my phone for a bit longer. Switch this off. And then this is the second half of where I'll come in the morning. Boom! It's my jail den. Alright, this is where I'll come to have me brekkie. I'll just perch up here. Have some gruel. Usually, actually I won't read first. And this is the one thing that I'm going to stress, guys. This is probably the worst one for me. Writing. That's my handwriting. That is my handwriting. I have despised writing since I was young. Honestly, I have spent 26 years on this planet just trying to avoid having to write anything ever anywhere. One of the things I knew that I was really missing out on, and honestly it is one of the things that I hugely recommend to people, is just keep some sort of morning journal. Now I personally use it for affirmations, so I won't read any out just because it's, you know, it's always personal, these kind of things, but just write what you want, just write what you're after, like what are you aspiring towards, what are your goals, what do you want, and don't feel ashamed of writing it down. Like I've written ones that I want to, you know, be more patient, more understanding, more calm, more communicative, and those kind of things. But then I'll just straight up say, no, I want those 100k subs. I want X, Y, and Z a month income. I want continuous growth. I want a better house. You know, there's nothing wrong with materialism or just having material and physical goals. There's nothing wrong in that. That's how I started seeing what I was doing it for. You know, if you're going to be going out every day into this cold, harsh, wide world, doing tasks and jobs and things that at times you probably don't want to do, then you need to have a damn good reason to do it. Otherwise, you're just going to burn out, get demotivated. And if you in any way believe in the law of attraction, which I know I was very skeptical on, at least to the degree that some people take. Some people to the degree of not ask anything and it will just be delivered on a plate. I think it's true to a degree, but it'll never be delivered in the way that you think. And I've got to say, there's things I've written down in here I said I wanted, and then it was only when I realised how it actually unfolded, that's what I really wanted. Like, the universe will find ways to give you what you need, not always just what you want. And then once you come to that realisation, honestly, the things that have been happening, you know, the things that I have written down, and then did just unfold in like really uncanny, crazy. Is that more than just a coincidence? Well, that's about the third or fourth coincidence in a row. Like, the law of attraction is real, guys. We're attracting things all the time. Everything around us, if our eyes were fine enough to see it, we'd realise we're all just energy. We're all just energy and cells, you know. We're all 90% air and space in between ourselves and inside them. What we're vibrating at, what we're sending out, what we're signalling, that's exactly what we're drawing back. Some will say it's mysticism, whatever you damn well want to call it, I don't really care. All I know is the second I started doing this kind of stuff, things started happening. So that's the journey I've got, the daily Stoic journal. It has a little question every day, reflection, like where can I find steadiness, what am I addicted to. It's freaking great. I'm about to run out of battery again. Right. So this is the book I'm reading.
7 Habits of Highly Effective People. The other one I said was about Urban Monk. I read that one at night. Again, reading, great habit I can't believe I was missing out on. Makes your mind feel sharper, makes everything feel more alive, and just, I think there's even something in just the taking in the words, the flicking off the page, the way your mind processes it. Like, honestly, the science of reading just really backed it up that was something I needed to do. Again, this was a book that I really struggled to get on, but especially because it kept going on about so many good habits, and it was just overbearing. But habit 5, I can't believe I'm now going to be reading it. Habit 5 is powerful because it is right in the middle of your circle of influence. So this book talks about, what can you control, what is in your control, and what are you just banging your head against a brick wall with. Problems, disagreements, circumstances, other people's behaviours, and if you focus your energies out there, you will deplete them with little positive results. That is so obvious now, but that was what I was doing. But you can always seek first to understand that is something within your control. And as you do that, as you focus on your circle of influence, you really deeply understand what other people want and need and are coming from. You have accurate information to work with. You rebuild your emotional bank accounts. It talks about psychological air, working effectively, all about communication and how to speak to people. And one of the things that this book really made me realise, and is probably the most valuable bit that I was hugely guilty of, is talking in an anecdotal way. That's what's killing communication between people. I'm going to name drop Elgin. He barely can have a conversation with his mother. It's the same with Carl, same with Tasha, same with... I don't have parents, so I don't really have this issue personally, but so many people I find struggling to speak to their parents. And it's just because of anecdotal speaking. So what I mean by that is, for example, oh, Mum, I'm thinking of quitting my job. It'd be so easy to go, oh, no, I don't think you should do that. That's a good job. Why don't you wait until you get another job? Instantly into their opinion. Instantly channeling that person's conversation and what that person trying to express through your funnel of opinion and how you see the world. I've got to get my gruel in. And it instantly just shuts down any opportunity for the conversation to go any further. The person who's about to make an open, honest expression to you is now shut off and won't do it. I even recall with Tash and Jade, so they're setting up their Bliss Bake business, which I'm so excited for them for. Now, I know all the obstacles that they have to come over and that they're going to come up against. And some of them won't be easy. It never is. But I'm excited for them. I'm excited for them to face those challenges and for me to help them face them. But, for example, they sent out a bag of their products, their cooking products. I'll even leave a link in the description. It's so tasty. I'm not bullshitting. It's good. They use good quality stuff, good quality ingredients, stuff that's not going to burn your organs from the inside out. They sent off a bag, but because the shipping hadn't been quite right, they were pretty much wiping their face with it, and they were so frustrated. Oh, we're sending out this product and we're making no money for it because the shipping was more than we thought. And I said, girls, there were days when I used to work on a video for YouTube for 3 or 4 days, work on one video solidly for days. And then when I come to upload it and monetize it, boom, copyright hit. And Square Enix have taken all the ad revenue, or whoever it was, has taken the whole lot. Now, that was hard to not get frustrated and pissed off and peeved like they did, but the way I saw it was, is that content still going on my channel? Are my viewers still seeing? Is it still entertaining them? How many subs will that get? What will those subs lead on to get? What's the long term? What's the snowball effect of that? Of what you're sowing into the world. And that's the thing, it's too easy to not see immediate results and just neglect to think about what the repercussions, what could be the chain effect, what could be the legacy of that action that you've just taken, that can manifest and produce something far more positively down the line. And for them it could be that this person gets it, loves it, and then comes back and orders more, tells their entire goddamn family, and then they get another 10-15 customers. There's no, when we live in a world of instant gratification, instant gimme, and what people put in, they want to see immediately what they're going to get back out of it. It takes stepping away and thinking more in the long run of what they can benefit. And frankly, maybe it even won't, but what's the problem in no, what's the point in fussing about it? It's going to get you nowhere. So, you know, but even then, even as I told them that, and I thought that was like a great piece of advice to give, I was still being anecdotal. When I worked on a video, this is what I did, this is my opinion. It would have been better for me to have acknowledged their frustration. But do you think there could still be any more benefit to it? Like, I see you're frustrated, I get why you're frustrated, I understand that. But do you? And get the other person to think. Now, it's just basically little tricks of communication that can help you along the way. Because I'm sure you guys will agree, like, how many conversations or days out or meetings with friends or family or partner has gone to utter garbage for just the dumbest of reasons. Like, it was almost like just a semantic that went wrong in the middle somewhere. It was just slightly not worded right, and now you're in this hole and neither of you can get out, or you're both too stubborn. And yeah, I'm just going to answer it, guys. Me and Tash are back together. This is one of the things that happened. This was, you know, that relationship fell apart the first time, not in a bad way, but simply just because we were just stubbornly falling over semantics and neither of us were willing to yield. So I know I've been getting asked a lot. I mean, Tash, back together we are, and taught her, she's brought me like the best out of me, and I do feel like I'm doing the same back, or at least I hope I am. So I'm thrilled about it. I also want to clarify that's not why I'm getting up at 5 in the morning. Some people think I'm not doing my evening streams anymore because I'm back with Tash. I did evening streams when she was here for years. Years. That's not the reason. This is the reason why, because for some reason getting up at 5, it's just changed everything in my mind. It's changed my motivation, it's changed my energy. I've been able to achieve things it would have taken me a week to achieve, and it's just been completely mind-blowing. But yeah, Tash isn't even living here yet, so that's why I'm not she's not over there trying to sleep. But we will be buying a house in the new year. 2019 is going to be a big year, guys, and I'm so excited. Especially going to be some 7 Remake news. And again, I'll probably going to say this throughout the video a lot. I just want to thank you guys wholeheartedly, because I would never have been able to change my life this way if it weren't for you and this channel. So at that point, I'll get ready for the day. If I don't get ready, I'd actually go out and hit my bike. Actually, let me show you my bike. My bike is real cool. Road biking, guys. Woo! That's what gets the energy firing. So I would perhaps consider climbing on her for the day. I've called her Tifa. This would be the next part of my day. I usually just head out. It usually be a bit darker than it is right now. I'm a little bit like 10-15 minutes late getting ready out the door. But one of the most powerful things that I found is just taking time to be in the present. Be in the now. And yeah, guys, I do this not to even just think about me, what's going on with myself, what I'm up to, what I'm thinking about, because it's too easy just to spend all our lives thinking about nothing but what's going on in our own closed little bubbles. What's going on within the sphere of just our lives. I feel like when we keep thinking that way, that's how it just becomes a be-all and end-all. We place too much importance on all this trivial shit that really just doesn't matter, and that's why I had to just come here. It's not an amazing view by any means, but it is. I say that simply because I know some people are going to look at that and think, what the hell. I usually sit on the grass just on the bank here and stare out across all of this, and I don't know, there's something about it that I just find really peaceful, and really helps me to just think, there's more going on. Look at all these lives, look at all these people. Were this any other place in time, all of this, this valley I'm in would have been like tents and huts, and we would have just stepped out and you would have just seen your neighbour, and I don't even know my neighbours next door to me, let alone who lives over there. But I would have woken up, I would have seen him across the way, we would have interacted, would have been a tribe, and I think that's why it's so hard these days. That's why so many of us feel lonely, isolated, sort of cut off, and
It's just why I think it takes tremendous effort to reconnect with all of this, with life, what's happening, you know, soak in the beauty of it all. And usually if the sun does rise, it'll be rising sort of over there. All right, and then I will jump in here. So here we go, guys. This is actually I'm gonna keep that on. That's quite nice. This is when I'll then climb into the Star Command, into the Final Fantasy Crystarium. Now at this point of the day, I usually just take things easy, but just because I've got you guys here now, I'm just going to really try to impart some YouTube truths, some YouTube help, advice for anyone who's just beginning. Sorry, you're going to see like a kind of Ripley effect on this. I think that's the radiation off the screen that you can see. But yeah, I'll just open up my browsers. This was actually suggested to me by Tasha's brother, funnily enough, Carl. He's actually starting a YouTube channel of his own, Feeling Healing. I'll leave the link in the description. He put some really calm music that's based around hertz and vibrations and frequencies. They're the best kind just to have. You put them in while you're doing some task and you will feel better. Do cool things, and this is vidIQ. So for any YouTubers who are just starting out, or it doesn't honestly matter what size you're at, this gives you a breakdown like I have never seen. This is freaking amazing. Everything from content you should double down on, to your stats, to content that could use work, your metrics, even when you go into let me actually jump into a video. Yeah, I'm also going to be honest, I don't give a shit about hiding my stats. That's my estimated revenue right there. That's for the 30 days. You know, and it's brutal. I'm going to be completely honest, guys. YouTube is brutal now. This is why when I repeatedly say I couldn't survive, well, I mean, I could survive, but I couldn't have the life I have, and I certainly could be looking to buy myself a new house and doing all the projects I'm doing and having the holidays I have. Because England's quite expensive. So that's why when I say you guys on Patreon mean everything to me and you guys keep me doing this, I'm not shitting. You guys are actually the ones, as well as of course all of you who are subscribed and liked, and also those of you who tip me on the live streams. You're the guys who keep me in business and able to keep living this best life that I honestly feel like I'm living now. Every day is just, I'm gonna say all of this that I've done this morning I hated. Like, it is a pain in the arse. But guys, if you're just at that stage where you're out of ideas, where you have nothing else to give, you don't know what to do, but you know you need a solution in your life, then just try these things, because I got to that stage and it really worked for me. But yeah, look at this. This is incredible. It will suggest you all your different tags. Now, if you struggle to understand what tags are, I've got to say, I didn't really have to do that much. So sometimes it suggests, no, there's some pretty irrelevant tags here. I'll be honest, I was going a bit crazy with it. I usually make my tags a bit more relevant than what's here, but you know, like even this, it shows you videos that are trending and ones that you can bounce off of. Now, you don't want to go too far with it, and you don't want to make your tags too irrelevant, or you know, you don't want to be throwing your content under too many people's nose that for no reason would want to see it. But then it will give you like a score checklist of things you haven't done. Sort of, yeah, what's its SEO, what's its potential going on YouTube. So absolutely incredible app. I'll leave a link in the description. I've paid for my monthly usage on this, but I think you can get a free month as well. But yeah, just quickly show you one or a few more other things. So Final Fantasy Peasants, what have we achieved? 80k subscribers. I love every one of you, but we're going to be on track for 90k by the 4th month of this year. 15 mil, 800 uploads. This is just my Final Fantasy Peasant, not my Full Fantasy Peasant channel. 400k likes, 2 million hours watched, 1.5. We are so close, guys. In fact, we are 5 days away from crossing the 2 million comments line. So actually, can I get a comment in the comment section below, because I'm about to close on 2 mil. What I've done in the past, my best performing video. Yeah, I'll go on Final Fantasy. I'll check through the news. What's happening? Final Fantasy 10. Oh yeah, that's the Xbox. Yeah, Xbox and Switch releases. Yep. So nothing really. Here's a spoilerific teaser. Was it really that spoilerific? So we pretty much covered everything, and then yeah, like I said, I'll nip onto one of the greatest Jake, reaction of this, please. Oh God. All right then. Very well. What are we dealing with here? Oh! Yes! Woo! Oh shit! Theme of love done up with some of that reggae groovy vibe. Epic sax girl incoming. I love how they're all dressed up. Look at it. This is fire, guys. This is... and this is honestly how it is. If it's not this, it's one other thing you guys have tweeted me or Facebooked me or shared me. Or just the comments you leave that I wake up to. You guys really have just changed my life. I'm happier now. And this is what gets me fired up for the day. This is the part that gets me into the Final Fantasy. Inspired to make videos. Is that Jimmy Kimmel? Is it Colombian Jimmy Kimmel? Or Cuban Jimmy Kimmel? Yeah! Woo! What diggity damn! Boom! And just like that, I am now inspired and ready to make me some videos. So that's what I'll do. I'll just go around and I'll just get my smile on. And even on days when I can't be bothered to, no, not every day, I want to dive into Final Fantasy stuff, as crazy as that might sound. But no matter what I do, I try to go with that same energy. Just try to get happy. Find a reason to get happy. Just smile, even if you have to artificially create it. Like, a lot of people ask me, Pez, how do I even begin? How do I start? So this is what I use, Vegas Pro 14. I absolutely love this editing program. Love it. I first started on Movie Maker. And this is just the editing file for the Patreon Pezzies. So this is all of these, the revamp that I recently did. I'm so proud of, I'm so glad about. I'm still looking at ways with the girls, and we've actually come up with a laminating method to send these out to you guys personally. But this is people's personal avatars. Sick, amazing, beautiful avatars, and these amazing people who, for no other reason than to share the generosity and keep this channel going, and maybe they're in it for a bag of granola, but I doubt that's the reason. We do have a new tier with that my twins business I was talking about earlier, and that's allowed them to do amazing things. If you're working with audio, I just simply use Audacity, and that's all I use. Now in terms of hardware, because this might be probably more pertinent to share with you guys, you can probably find what software you need yourself. So I'm running with an Audio Technica, that's it, A2 2035. So that's what I'm using here. Previous to that, I used a simple Blue Yeti microphone before that. That is more than perfect if you're starting out. If you want really good sound quality, because this is a little bit more expensive and a little bit more finicky and hard to work with. The Blue Yeti is by far the easiest and the best thing that I started with. It's not too expensive. I think it was like 80 quid here in the UK. And this is a little bit more of a complex setup. Like, I have connected into this bad boy here, my Line 6 UX2 amp, which this allows me to do all kinds of miracles. You get your Line 6 monkey, you get your pod farm, and this is the main thing. Oh, of course it's already open. And yeah, with this pod farm you have, I don't even know what 99.9% of all of this does. Right, what advice can I give outside of hardware and software and all of that? Because frankly, you don't need any of that. When I first started YouTube, I didn't have any of this. I do believe this, you don't need to have the best quality videos. You don't have to have the best quality recordings. When I first started on YouTube, I was using my mobile phone. Like, you guys remember the potato quality. The thing that really matters on YouTube, like if you want to start YouTube, in my honest opinion, number one, and this is why I'm going to be talking about more when I do my Steiner video I'm coming up, it's about being genuine. That's all it's about. It's about being genuine. Do not try to bullshit your way on this platform. Like, there's thousands of YouTubers and there's millions of people who watch thousands of YouTubers for thousands and thousands of hours. They know bullshit. Like, they know how to smell it out. You can't lie. People's instincts and intuitions, especially when they're watching someone through a screen, they're good, and they're going to be able to tell when you're not being genuine. And now, I say this simply because I've had friends who have been inspired by me doing YouTube, and they've wanted to create their own things. I won't name any names. And they've tried to copy me, and to the point where they were even using like the same phrases, the same lines, but they just weren't saying it properly. There were things like, "Oh, I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped. I'm just so hyped about this trailer coming out. This is And it was annoying to see. And I used to say to him, I said, no, be genuine. Give your genuine thoughts. Like, if you're real and if you honestly have the courage and bravery to just put yourself out there and say what you think, you will find people who are drawn to that. You will find people who are drawn to you, who will want to watch your content. You know, I came onto this platform very unfiltered, very raw. I was saying a lot of stuff. My first videos were rant videos about people saying that the 7 Remake being episodic was a game over. Like, 7 Remake was now ruined, and it really infuriated me. So I came on kicking and screaming and wailing, and I didn't give a shit about what anyone thought. And that right there is what made my channel. It wasn't anything else. It wasn't smart marketing or tags or titles or thumbnails. It was just saying what you really meant and being consistent and doing it without any purpose, without any expectation. That is such the paradoxical thing, and it can be very frustrating for people to hear. But come onto this platform just with the intention to make money and to get subs, to see it and do this full time if that's your goal. If that is your only objective, then you're not going to make it. Like, there has to be that passion. There has to be that real drive, and just months and months and months of doing this with what will feel like no reward. But that's only if you're seeking reward. My reward was because I just enjoyed doing it. Like, for the first 6 months on the platform, I didn't get virtually anything. Of course, when you're starting out, it can be brutal. People can be very brutal, and you do very quickly learn the things, and you improve. You know, it's a skill. You grow at it. And the thing is, you're coming in to YouTube when you first start at your weakest, at your least informed, at your least practiced. So of course you're going to get probably the harshest of criticisms, while at the same time the least rewards, the least views, the least nice comments, the least ads. And that can all seem so overwhelming at first, but if what you're doing at the core of it is something that you're genuinely passionate and enthusiastic about, well then that's what's going to keep you pushing. That's what's going to keep you making those videos. I feel like this applies to virtually any career, not even just YouTube. That's what's going to keep you going when you feel like you don't have any other reason to keep going. I wasn't making much money, but it was just a commitment to it. I like I said, I used to walk to work 45 minutes, used to get up at 6, 50 minutes to get dressed, out the door, get to work, get home. I used to literally sprint home every day as fast as I could to make that 45 minutes just 25 or 30 minutes, depending on how fat I was at that point. Just to get home, slump in the chair, and then I would be here from 5 until 1:30 in the morning creating videos for nothing, for literally nothing. And even when I started getting something, obviously I was limited. I was limited because I was stuck in that job, and a lot of people think that I either didn't have a job before because there's some guy made rumors about that. I was an idiot for doing it. There was this whole forum post on how I was an idiot when I said I quit my job, because people went into my metrics and they saw, mate, you really don't have that many subs, you really don't have that many views. Farm Fantasy Peasant is an idiot. He says he had this previous job in aviation engineering. I don't believe him. No idiot would give that job up. So obviously he didn't have that job. He was unemployed, and he's just bullshitting us. There was all of that, but the God's honest truth, I had a cozy, cushy job that I love, that people have often know. People were so shocked when I left that job, because it's one of those kind of jobs that's so cushy, so set up, that people usually stay there for 40 years. But I knew it wasn't for me. I knew in my heart of hearts, being in an office, doing the old office dance and lingo and fitting in and ass kissing and waiting queue for your place to be bumped up to the next, you're in a waiting line. your whole damn life. I knew that weren't about me. So the second my channel was earning $500 measly dollars, that's all it was earning, guys. I swear to you, it was earning $500 measly dollars. I wouldn't even be able to afford more than 3 months on that at that point before I'd lose this house. I didn't have anything to go on. Could have just sunk so easily, but I just knew in my heart of hearts this was right. And I knew it because you guys told me. That's the thing. It wasn't just about me. It was you guys. It was you guys give me those comments telling me that you wanted to see more content from me, see more of my opinion, see more of my views, that you liked my videos, you supported me. Some of you came on at such an early stage to give me that support. And without that, could I have even dreamed of quitting my job at that kind of inconsequential amount of money? Hell no. But I quit. I went full time. And 2 years later, here we are. You know, it's just been such a crazy journey. But you know, sometimes you just got to take that leap. Sometimes you just got to see something, see the potential in it, and just dive for it. Even though everyone will tell you otherwise. Like, everyone told me not to do it. Wait a few months more. Wait 6 months more. Go down to part-time. You know, just go half in, half out. You know, and the fact is, that's how most people will spend their lives, and that's how most people will tell you to spend your lives. Playing it cautionate, playing it safe. You know, test the water first before you go in. But the fact is, when your curtain and your chapter is closed on this life, do you want to look back and either realize that you were a product of your instincts and your intuition, or a product of your fear? And for me, it was always the latter, the former. Whoa! It was always the former. You know, and this wasn't the first thing I just happened to take a dive on and it worked. Like, did I just get lucky with the first thing I tried? No, I have tried everything over the years. I've tried brokering, I've tried casinos, I've tried pyramid schemes, not setting them up, but getting conned by them. I've hopped from job to job. I have told managers where to go and stick their job the second that they try to treat me as an inferior human being, let alone an inferior colleague, an inferior human being. Like, there's just been things in my life that I've not tolerated, and dreams and aspirations and visions of myself that I've not allowed to be compromised. Well, I mean, they have been compromised at the time, but I've just tried everything under the book over the years. Creating websites, affiliate marketing, getting into property with one other dude. No matter how many times those things failed, and sometimes they failed me real hard. Like, I've been at stages in my life, guys, and some of you might be in it right now, and got less than 20 quid in my bank account, and my train fare the next morning is more than that, and I don't know how I'm gonna make it, and the world seems like it's crushing around me. You just got to keep the faith. You just got to keep the faith. Now, that's not to say you've got to know when to cut loose and get out, cut loose and move on to something else. Like, but the only way you're going to know that is with your instinct. And that's what I'm saying, guys. Just believe in yourself. Follow the instinct. Keep pushing. Whatever you're working on now, if in your heart of heart and in your intuition, in your instinct, you know that that route, that avenue, that dream, that thing you're pushing hasn't been exhausted yet, if you know you have more to give and you will get from that, no matter what anyone tells you, go with it. Keep going. We're just human. And we're too hard on ourselves, and I just want to do this video because I really just hope that even if it's just the meditation, like that's the main thing. That was where all of this began. If I had to, from anything that I've said about today or shown in this video, it's the meditation. And you can call it meditation, or you can just call it quietly thinking for 10 minutes, whatever you want to call it, because that's where it started for me. And that's what has trickled down into all of this, into this really transformative, positive snowball of habits and routines and realizations. Only company you're ever going to have that's truly going to understand you and truly understand where you're coming from and what you're trying to achieve is yourself, is your own company. And it just so happens that that is the same company and the only person that you're going to have to truly navigate your way through life. So it's time to start chilling out with that person. It's time to just start hanging out with them. Start hanging out with yourself. That's my greatest piece of advice. But thank you very much, guys. That was a day in the life of a peasant. Not much toiling or sowing, reaping or harvesting the fields. I know I'm not really a peasant at all. I'm absolutely blessed in just about every way imaginable. And yeah, great things for you guys in 2019. Oh, PS, 2 other little things that I'll do throughout the day, just because I think I should share this. If you have a very stationary sat-down job, and these have been really invaluable to me as well. Yoga, but if you're not really into yoga or you don't like it, Tai Chi. Tai Chi I've not done too much of, but the main one, Qigong. Qigong. I'll leave a video in the comment section below. It might look like a very ridiculous thing to do, just it's a flowing, those kind of movements, which is very hard to think of why that would benefit you, and you feel like you might be wasting your time, but honestly, taking that time to treat your energy and focus on moving it around your body and making that mental connection with it. I've been doing like 4 or 5 hour sit down marathons, and obviously I get so stagnant, so pent up. Best thing, do some Qigong, 20 minutes of that. Let me know what you think about any of these habits or routines, even if you try them today. I really want to know what you guys think, and indeed, I'd also love to learn from you guys. What do you think is a really cool routine or habit that helps you with your day-to-day life? Or anything you guys think that I should take on, anything you can recommend, any wisdom. Take it easy, guys. Peace!